Now what I'm going to do now is show you how to start a project from scratch using the provided data. So you will see in the blackboard there, you might look a bit different than I do as I've explained because you can see I'm not in student mode. But let's say, for example, I go into student preview, which takes a bit of time. I go into course content, click on that, and you can see down there in the workshop is the data. If you just click on it, it will download onto your C drive. Now, I've already done this, okay, so I'm not going to do that again because I don't want hundreds of things. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start ArcGIS Pro. So first of all, I'm going to start ArcGIS Pro. It helps to be able to type better. Now, I'm using a PC, obviously, so it's a slightly different way to use Macs, and I'm not a Mac expert, so I'm sure if you're a Mac expert, you know what to do. I do use an iPad, though. I love my iPad. Okay, so it's starting ArcGIS Pro. And just ignore the fact that I am not logged in. I'm going to remove this. Never mind the software data set. I'm going to start with a new blank template. And you can see under project. So I might just tutorial. Let's just call it 12 Nov 21. It's my son's birthday today. He's 34. Makes me feel ancient. Let's just go OK. And it has created a project with the same pretty much thing as previously I showed you. And there we go. We have there. We'll drag maps down. If you go back into map, you'll notice that there's no bookmarks because it's a different map. I'm just going to go into view. I don't need to, but it's a good idea. Reset panes. Now what I'm going to do is if I look in my file explorer, let's just go projects. It's going to refresh it. You will see there's tutorial 12th November 21. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into downloads, and you can see there's my data. I'm going to extract all. You can do this other ways. I'm going to browse, and I'm going to extract it to my projects. And the specific project, the tutorial. And what I might do is say a new folder, and I'm just going to call it data. I like to put things in different things, and I'll just go select folder. Nope, not index. Select folder. I'm going to extract it to there. Obviously, it's a different process with. So if I go on that, it's Northridge data, which is a database, and it's projects, just a text document. So I'm going to shut this down and go back into Pro. Now, what you will do is quite often in catalog, you might have to refresh stuff. But you can see it is linked to a default geodatabase. And then under the folders, there's the name of my folder. You can see there's the data. And I'm just doing the drop-down arrow. And there's the geodatabase. And you can see there's a whole lot of different stuff there. Sometimes if it doesn't show up, what you do is you right-click on it and you go refresh. So that has added the thing to you. Now this is how you will do for the first few projects. You don't need to worry about setting up your own geodatabase or anything like that. But if I go there, so say for example I put on one of these things. So let's find a polygon data set. It doesn't look like there's any. Okay, block groups. I'm going to drag block groups over to my map, and it's going to immediately zoom into, which looks like California. And you can see there it's dragged this data set, which is a weird shape, onto the map. Now, first thing what I always do is right-click on it and look at attribute table. And shape, it's polygon, it's the object ID. FIPS, I've no idea what that is. Damaged shape, length shape. So it doesn't really mean much to me. And you can see it's done with the standard thing. Another way too is you just click on the data and you go into data and you go into attribute table. Everything in ArcGIS has 20 different ways of doing things.